Hello and welcome back to Autonauts. I'm Ivan, and in the last episode we set up all the things for tier 3 science, the times 100 one. We also completed all of the tier 2 science, so we need quite a lot right now to get to the next part, so we definitely need to make the tier 3 science. And I have decided to tear down the mushroom farm, because as it turns out, it doesn't really matter if they get varied meals, it's just all about getting the meals. I believe so, at least. So this bot is now out of a job. Drop the mushrooms and step away. Good. And the, let's see, mushroom plant. Mushroom holes we can keep. Mushroom plant. Oh, come on. Let's see if we can catch it here. Good. Stop. We remove just the plant bit. Let's see. There we go. And it picks up and brings to box. That's fine. And we have 2 bots digging. This one is digging holes and one is digging up the mushrooms. So I'm going to let both of those work until we're out of mushrooms here. And then I'm going to repurpose this field and maybe expand as well into berries. And we should set up here to make, let's see, berries into spiced berries. That's fine. The weeds can be, the storage for the weed can be increased. I think we have, let's see, spare storage here. We also have spare storage here. So let's increase that there. And that should start all of these things again, hopefully. Looks like it did. Good. So we need to set up something with the clay pot storage. And I don't know how to do that, because you get back clay pots, but they lose duration. So we need an influx of clay pots, but we also need to recycle the ones we have. And I believe the ones we have should be prioritized. So maybe if we use a separate box for that, and then need to look at the coding here. You lost your program because you aren't about the mushrooms anymore. And I guess food, okay, that's some good planning on my side. We have a food category with only 1 bot, and that bot is being removed. Good. So temp, let's see what you can do. If we pick up one from this one and put it in here, but we only want to put it in here when this thing is empty. And I don't think not empty is a thing. So I don't think we can do that, actually. Because if we use this one, it will just keep refilling. It will just loop, because it will never be empty. This one will only work when it's not full, until the thing is not full. Yeah, that's to get the top, like this one. When it fills up, it does one thing and then it's not full, and until full. So I don't really know how to do this. There might be something obvious I just don't see. But what I'm going to do is I might do it manually in the beginning until I can think of something. So I'm going to use this clay pot storage. I'm going to move it a tiny bit, I think. I'm going to move it here to make it more visible. And then I'm going to move one just to see if this thing can work with us moving that one. I'm also going to fill this in because that's something I noticed right now. Good. And then we continue on the mushrooms. Stop. Come here. Let's find loose mushrooms and put in storage. We will never find any mushrooms. So, good. Let's see if we have any of the ABC bots. We don't. So this one is A. This thing is B. Find mushrooms, dig up mushrooms. Move that program as well. And this is digging the holes. And we don't need to do that anymore. So that's the C bot. And these have tools. So I'm going to borrow those tools for a tiny bit. I was also thinking we should expand like left or right. But then we need to get into this territory, and I guess that's a bit messy. And this territory is actually not working either. Oh, and that was because of the bug. Because I looked into it, and the text said something about grain or wheat. So I tried to stop a bot, but the bug didn't go away, so I had to reload the game. But I forgot to restart the bot. So good, there we are, it's fixed now, and we also have too much anyway, so that doesn't matter. It would be nice if we could add and/or to the programming here, because then we could make it more complicated. But I guess the point of this game is to not make it extremely complicated. So, spade goes there. You don't need a spade anymore either. Sure, let's go with the C-bot. You look for berries in that area until hands full, sure. Then plant in this area until hands empty. Until hands empty. We skip this one in case it can't find any. And start, I guess. Forever. Just want an easy way to plant all of these. And then we'll set up something here as well. But right now we have so many berries and spiced berries. But did we set up? Let's see. Water is set up, but I don't think we set up the clay pot. So I think what we need now is to remove this and this. And that means this one as well. Stop. Come here, because that's weeds to the mushroom pot. Oh, we have so many bots spare now. And you are mushroom to something. Mushroom T2 to box. And then we can do some cleanup on aisle 3. Here. And here. Oh, and all of it is getting planted. This is nice. So we need one bot. And that's clay pot to pot. Oh, I feel like we've made that bot before. The pot to pot one. Let's hold off on that one and see what happens if it gets the spiced berries. Yes, someone inserted a pot. There, clay pot to pot. Good. So this thing, I think, is going to pick up from this one instead. So we move to clay pot storage 1 and take from clay pot storage 1, and then we do this. Good. And does it have fresh water? Yes, it does. So we only need a bot that does the spiced berries. So that's here. That's the spiced berry storage. Take. I think we're going to go with 2 because that's what the recipe takes. And let's stop for a second. Put this one in here so we can have a berry. Go down. Add to cooking pot. And we do that twice as well. This thing we do until this is full forever. So this is spiced berries to pot. Spiced berries to... That's supposed to be an arrow. It's not bigger than, but it actually is bigger than the pot. No, that's afterwards. So there we go. And now I need to manually insert one so it doesn't get shifted in a weird direction. And now we don't have fuel either. So I'm going to, I guess, I don't like to use tier 2 bots for this because it only needs a tier 1 bot, but it's fine. So, log and log. I am using logs because we have so many of them and they don't need to be processed, and apparently they have a large amount of fuel value. So I guess we just do that forever. That's fuel to what? To T3 pot, just so I know exactly what it does. And then we need a box for the stewed berries. Or the box could be this person. I think we need to remove all of this as well, because we're never going to use... I'm a bit curious to what happens if I stuff this person full of berries. Looks like it might work. Looks like the T3 science is quite slow. So we need to do some maintenance with the colonists. I don't think we can put colonists in boxes. I guess it would be rude to put them in boxes anyway. They are alive. They seem quite happy as well. So let's not put them in boxes. Let's steal them from their homes though, so we can remove the homes and do some cleanup that way. There we go. Maybe I should have left this up and just let them produce the T2 science, but it would be quite useless and it would take a lot of berries, which we don't want to use for that. There. So, one more bot. You. And we need the name of the thing. That's stewed berries. Stewed berries to box. The reason I'm stuffing them in a box instead of feeding directly is to have the buffer, of course, and that seems quite useful. So I think it can probably only carry one. So let's just do that until the box is full. There. Stewed berries to box, sure. And this is spice berries to pot. Good, good. Now this thing is empty. We also need to decide where we feed the colonists, and I want to move that. I think I don't want it up here because it's in the middle of everything. So let's do that. How are we doing on fuel? Doing great on fuel, actually. I'm going to shove this in to get rid of it. I'm not going to shove this in to get rid of it because apparently no room. So where do we want this? Now, this thing is not set up either. I think we need... This is the temporary bot that steals the berries, apparently. So if you drop the berries, drop it, good. And then we move up here so we can use the berries for feed, or use it to feed a friendly colonist. I wonder if the other colonists are jealous right now, because this one is getting a lot of food. So with 100 each time, we only need 250, and that's not too bad. But we need to set up the clay pot return thing, and I think we can do the colonists between here. The we definitely need more houses, and that's here. And apparently we're doing some construction already, so let's look into that. Loads of storage, and fixing pegs are still in demand. Poles are still in demand, but we're filling up on all the things, so that will fill up as well until we make new bots, of course. But that shouldn't be needed right now. The clothing needs to be programmed as well, and soon this house will be broken, and then we can see how we repair that, what's needed to repair it. Because when we build them, we'll build them in stages like this. First it's straw, then it's logs, and afterwards it's planks. Easy enough to build right now. And with that in mind, let's place two more. Because they build in stages, it's not that slow to build either, so that's nice. But this one, embroidery quern, and a kitchen table. This is just stuff we need later, so it doesn't matter if it works a tiny bit slow. So let's think about the layout of this. If we start, say, here-ish. Yeah, that looks nice, I think, because then we can have 1, 2, that's 2 tiles, right? 2 tiles, yes. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Should be more than enough. Just move this out of the way. Should probably burn it because we have enough in the box. This mystical stone head is doing a great job. So if this is how we do it, we can get the clay pot from this location and add, I think, here. And eventually this thing will run out of clay pots. Now it's strange that you can feed them one and then you can manually feed them. I guess that's the reason for the bots not feeding people who already have food. So the bots will only use the highest tier food. Which I guess it's nice, because when you automate it, it should definitely be like that. So, repair hut, that bot can be moved, say, down here, because we need to look into that one. If they need... Oh, there we go, planks. Yeah, so the repair bot can drop this one, go to... this is a bit awkward, it's a bit different than the other one, but we'll sort it. Let's see. This is the whole research team being moved, so the moving guy of the repair materials need to be changed as well. And did we make the log cabin? We made this one, that's complete. And let's see, they use 2 by 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So if we do a 4x4 or an 8x8, we have room for so many of the colonists. I think that's okay, and that should leave room for moving around in it, and it should leave room for repairing as well with only one person. Let's hope so. So we need to place this. Let's see. I like this tile for standing around waiting for repairs. That's the 245, 134. Okay. So we go get planks because we need 4 of them. Take from plank storage and do that 4 times. And then move down to our favorite tile in the whole world here. And then we go like this, move to log cabin, add to log cabin, and add is until hands empty. I do believe we can do that, unless we can't, but I do think we can. And we do that forever. The most important part is that it stops down here, so it repairs them quite fast. So let's try this now. Good so far. And because they can repair a full, what's it called, cabin, cottage, house, log cabin. Because they can repair 1 in one go, as long as it can carry 4, if it can. Did it only need 3 of them? Don't know. So let's... Huh. I thought it needed 4. Oh well. So that means we record, we do 3, we drop this one, and then we just go again. This thing can be put back manually. And we have the houses 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. And this one that shows this corner of the setup. So now we need to edit this one again. Stop. Because we need to set the area, and I do believe the area is 8x8. Is it 9x9? That's a bit weird. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's 9x9. Okay. So we didn't mess that up. It's just a bit bigger. We can shrink it down to 8x8. Or we could set this up with a flag. Well, for now we do it like this. And where is the boat? It's all the way up here. Drop it and start. So we put these back where they belong. These as well, doing some cleanup here. There we go. And then we definitely need more houses, so the construction team is going to build more houses. Let's Tetris a couple in here. That's 6 more. That should be great for now. We don't have enough production anyway. So I think right now the limitation is the clay pots. And we also need the clay pots to be... Oh, that's wrong. We place it in here. And then we need a feed bot. We need these, of course. So this is feed with mushroom. And that can be feed with stewed berries. So this bot is move to crate and, well, extremely easy until the thing is empty. So we pick up here and we put it back. Delete. Go here. And then go here. It's heavy, these berries. Good. And this is where it probably would be nice with the flag, because we could use the flag to target the people who bring the science as well. Oh well, 8 by 8. Good, we can set it up later. And we do this until there's no berries left. Sure, I'll go. This is also one of those where it would be nice if it picked it up, brought it like here, and then feeds when necessary. I think this also is one of those where we could use a stronger, bigger, faster bot. So I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to insert it into this thing instead. And that's good. Then that's the G-bot. And you are feed with stew berries. Go. And this thing should get food now. We also need a bot. That can be this one that we just programmed. Drop the mushrooms. Record, delete, get plate in this area. That probably needs to be 9 by 9, 10 by 10, sorry. Pick up clay pot. Oh, stop. Pick up clay pot. Put clay pot in crate. Now, I'm thinking that there is a new command I put in. It's called whistle. And maybe this bot can whistle if it can't place, if this one is empty or something. Oh no, this one should be forever. So that's clay pot from house to box. Clay pot from house, sure. And in here we have 7 food. And this thing needs, oh, it needs clothing. That's great, because we have access to clothing. The colonists get so happy now. They look a bit happy. Everything is starting. This is great. So let's get a bot. I don't think we need loads of clothing, so I'm going to use one of these. And that's tunic, I think. Tunic to house. Tier 3, because we have room for that. And let's see how we can carry 4 of them. So we do until hands full. And then move down, say, here as well. Yeah, this one, this spot is nice. And then I had to control right click to do that. So let's see if I have to do that well. That's good. That worked. Find naked colonists. This is the a strange bot. It must be a weird job to have to look for naked colonists all the time. But when it finds one, they get clothes. There. I'm also thinking it would be nice to refill, but I think it's fine. Let's go. Until hand's empty, sure. And then the last thing we need to do is this one. That's the bow to the research. And the research apparatus should be moved as well, I think. So we have 2 of these. Stop, move down here. Where's the other one? That one. Good. Stop. And move down here. Oh, this is nice. So if we move this, or do we feel like it's in the correct location maybe? Sure, in the middle of everything, sure. So we start with a new bot for that. And that's row time 100 or row T3 to research. Record. Pick up. And do that until hands full. But if we can't find any, we skip. And then we put in here. And until hands empty forever. I don't think we need additional modifiers to that one. So that's there. We now have research going again. That's great. We also have more houses. Yes. Let's move them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We haven't finished these two yet. And that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I guess if we move these out one. Nah, we don't have room. It would be nice with kind of a passage here. So we manually put the colonists into the houses. And everything just starts happening. That's great. We have 2 colonists left. And 2 houses being made. 1 is complete. Did I rotate one of them wrong? Oh. Ah, because the rotation reset. I deleted and replaced. I didn't. Yeah. So this needs to go out of the way. This as well. I can go onto the pile. And the row collection bot. How are you doing? 1 and 2. That's it. Okay. These should possibly maybe they produce more than this one bot can carry. So come down here, bot, so we can do a copy. And that's done like so. I remember to start this bot again because I have a tendency to forget that. So do we use one of these or an additional tier 2? I think I'm going to use an additional tier 2. So that can move down here. And then let's see, quickly look at everything. The clothes generation is looking great. All of these have such nice white sweaters now. So the clothing is a success. The clay pots should be a success as well, but it will run out. So I want this one to put stuff in here until it's at like, I don't know, 10. And then we keep using the old ones. I don't want to block this thing with the new ones when we can use the old ones. Or we could go completely eco and friendly, and instead of putting them back, just put them in here. That would make kind of put more of a strain on this part. But we do have enough clay right now, so that's maybe not messy. So this spot is called not agreed. This one. Let's see if we can copy and paste. Yes. So this is number 2. Nice. So this research isn't something we need anymore. But I'm going to place it into the research thing anyway. Good. Oh, and this thing is running out of electricity. It's hard to do electricity in these long things. And as people said, you can make them scan different areas for research, for recharging purposes. And at some point, I'm going to go up here on the list, and I'm going to do the research bots, and I'm going to redo all of them, I believe. But right now it feels like there is so much stuff to do. So as long as the bots actually move from time to time, I think it's fine. I'm going to add 4 more over here, so it keeps running for a bit longer. I'm going to put 8 more over here, so it keeps running for a bit longer. Because I don't really mind having to recharge once in a while, as long as it's not really detrimental to our progress, and we can progress in the parts that are kind of the most interesting. And this thing needs to be set up as well, but right now we have berries, we have loads of berries, so we don't need to. That's the reason for not doing that. And I think another bot that feeds the colonists might be needed. They are doing fine right now, though. Yeah, it's actually fine for this amount. We need 1 more, I believe, if we add more colonists, but for now it's good. Then we have research going as well. So today was a success. I believe we completed the science. I'm going to set up, let's see, I should use a reminder bot. We can use this thing as a reminder bot. Thing, that sounded a bit rude. But you are now reminder bot, and your program is getting deleted. So we have a clay pots, question mark, and then I actually don't know what's left. I think we're going to do maybe some of the easier milestones, because we need to do those anyway at some point, and it's fun to work with stuff we haven't done before. And the research is going to run now, so it's nice to do that. And other than that, I think we're going to keep constructing, we're going to keep expanding, and we're also going to keep removing stone from the mountains. I wonder if that's actually a limited resource. There are quite a few of them around, and hopefully we don't need that many, but it would be very strange if that's a resource we can actually run out of and kind of break the game. I'm not sure if we need them anyway, but then let's see, basic clothing. Oh, that's the current one. That's the current research. Basic surfacing with the sandy tracks. Oh, but we skipped the sandy tracks and went straight for the crude stone ones. We also need more stoneworks started. So that's here. Good. We have a good stone storage. I was also thinking that we could add the modifier to the Dalek up here, that it will only build if this thing is full. That would make it extremely easy to... Oh, and here we go. We have capped everything. So let's again blow up the system and destroy everything we made. Or, yeah, construct bots of it and see how much of a choke it is. So, I think that's it for today. Our research is running along nicely. This thing. No. What's that all about? It probably includes both of them. So, that was this. That's the research number 1, and this thing. Stop. Record. And move like so. Okay. Good. We want all of it. We don't want anything to be left out. This is ready with new clothing. And this thing stopped. But why? Because cotton lint is full. That's great as well, because we don't need anything working while that is full. That's the product we want. Good. So that's it for today. This is getting very like ant-y, as in if we scroll out, we see all of them doing their thing and very tiny and they're fun. So reminder bot is going to remind us to have a think about how to solve this issue. For now, it's almost fine, but it will run down at some point. So I'm not sure why the if it's empty modifier doesn't exist. But hopefully we'll not run into many issues with it anyway. Because we could just put the command, do it 20 times, and then click play. And then after like, I don't know, at the start of every episode, we just activate that. But we'll see, we'll see. For now, I think this is amazing. This is great. We're actually getting science done towards basic vehicles, and that might be loads of fun. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.